Hi beautiful people, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Ru, and what we're doing today is we're going to tap into what does the person in your mind or who you're thinking about want to express to you. Like, what do they want to tell you? What do they want to express to you? What do they want to share with you? So we have 3 piles here for you. So for pile 1, we have 5 pesos or 5 pesos. For pile 2, we have 10 pesos or 10 pesos. And for pile 3, we have 1 peso or 1 peso. And happy Hispanic Heritage Month to all my Hispanos y todos mis Latinos, mi gente Latino. It's our time. Shout out to us. So yeah, but everything should be in the description down below. So yeah, I'll see you in your pile, and thanks for watching. Hi pile 1, if you chose the 5 pesos, this reading is for you. Now, before we get into channel messages, we should tap into who this person is. So the way I'm going to do it is person A and person B and the energy between you two. So let me explain. So this is going to be person A, and this is the energy that they're in when it comes to persons B. Okay, let me explain it better. So this is person A. This is how they show up in person's B life. Okay, so this is person B, and this is how they show up in person's A's life. Okay, so this is how they show up for each other's life, and then this is who they are ultimately. And then and this is the energy between you two. So apparently I wanted to flip that over. So this is the energy between you two, and then this is person A, and then this is how they show up in person's B's life, and then this is person B, and this is how they show up in person's A's life. Okay, I hope that made sense. And this is the energy between you two. Okay. Okay. Okay, automatically, person A is the commitment type. I feel like this person A specifically, is very committed to everything. I feel like they're very passionate and they commit to everything and everyone, if that makes sense. Like, if they feel passionate about it, I feel like they naturally commit to it, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like person A is very, like, heart-oriented, kind of. Like, also, but the ring is very, when I think of the ring as well, oh my god, the movie The Ring could be significant, but, oh my gosh, but, maybe scary movies in general. Halloween is coming up, so maybe that could be significant as well. But, the ring is like giving very I heard sustainer, yeah, but like they're very what's that word? There's a word that I'm looking for. If it comes up later, I'll say it. But I feel like they're very strategic as well when it comes to love in general, because I feel like this person is very love oriented right now. I feel like they have their heart open to love to a certain extent. And they, it seems like they really want to commit, if that makes sense. I feel like they genuinely want to commit, or like they have commitment tendencies when it comes to their life. And like, I feel like they just naturally are a very committed person. Now, the way they show up in your life is, I feel like this person to a certain extent wants to commit to you, or like they want to, like, they kind of want to maybe even show up more in your life. I feel like the way they show up is very calm energy. Like the way they show up is very calm and like very like strategic. Like I feel like the way they show up in your life is very strategic, and they're very careful what they say and what they do around you. Whatever the reason is, you know, but I feel like they're very cautious when it comes to you. Not because I don't think they're scared of you. I just think they're very like just cautious when it comes to you. Don't know why. I feel like that's a personal thing. But I feel like they're very cautious when it comes to you, and maybe you feel that as well. I feel like they're very cautious and very like, to a certain extent, they're probably eyeing you. Like maybe they're the type to like stalk your Instagram a lot, or like stalk your socials a lot. But like I feel like this person is the type of person that wants to know everything before they approach something or before they pursue something, if that makes sense. Like maybe they're like, okay, maybe they're like, I want to pursue person B, but I don't know if that's okay, you know, I don't know if that's right now, you know, like I don't, like they're like, I don't know if that's the correct thing to do right now, you know, if that makes sense. It seems like person A is very much in this committed area in their life right now, and everything, not just relationships, I think in general, right? And I feel like the way they show up is because like you see the forest here, so I feel like, and they're like in the middle, right? So maybe to a certain extent they're kind of closed off when it comes to you, you know, they could be a little bit closed off, but at the same time it seems like they're always like, I just heard, we're always watching. So Monsters Inc. could be significant as well. Maybe this is like a movie pile, isn't it? Like maybe y'all went to the movies, or like maybe movies in general could be significant. I don't know, I feel like you like a lot of movies, or like this person likes movies. I don't know, something about cinema. Anyway, but yeah, I think this person, the way they show up is very precise, if that makes sense. They just want to be correct, if that makes sense. They just want to be right of what they're doing when it comes to you, specifically. Okay, so for what? For not pile B, person B. What is person B? I feel like, okay, with the sustainer, this is a very interesting energy, because I feel like you both are kind of in a very sustainable energy to a certain extent, but maybe not pile B, oh my god, person B is very like a little bit more into that energy. Like maybe you're not as open, or like not you know, pile, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, for the people that do not like that, but my bad. But with the sustainer here for person B, I feel like they're a little bit more focused on how to sustain their life, and how to, maybe I can see person B being more focused on their accomplishments, and being very more like way more focused. Like maybe person B could have more things on their plate, if that makes sense. Like they could be more focused on their own personal growth and their own personal I heard satisfactions. So it could be that as well. Like I feel like person B is way more focused on other things, and things that will benefit them in the long run, because I feel like both of these people really value longevity. But I feel like the sustainer is more like, I'm gonna build my longevity. I feel like this person A is a little bit more hopeful. Like they're a little bit more heart oriented right now, and I feel like person B isn't. Like I feel person B is more like hands on, if that makes sense. They're more physical. They're doing more physically things. Like they're not as connected to their heart right now, because I think they're focused on other things that maybe it doesn't contain the heart to a certain extent, like if that makes sense. Like it doesn't oh my god, this is not stick. Like I feel like person B is very much focused on other things right now, because you see like the frog here with the rain, I feel like the way they're not focused on person A to a certain extent, I feel like, sorry, but I'm back. So what was I saying? I feel like I was in person B, right? So I think I did talk about the longevity, right? But I feel like person B is very focused on other things. Like, I feel like person B is very much focused on their future and how they want to maybe make their story to a certain extent. Like, I feel like they could still be like, they could be a student right now, or they could be studying. Maybe a higher education could be a thing, or like they're just getting more education in general. They could be in college and the university, right? It seems like, sorry. It seems like person A could be a little bit older than person B. It doesn't have to be, but there could be an age difference, and I can see person A being a little bit older than person B, because it seems like person B is very focused on other, like they're trying to make their mark, if that makes sense. Like they're trying to make their mark. They're trying to do what they can do to be successful, if that makes sense. And I feel like they're not in their heart right now. I feel like this person B could be in their heart a lot of the times, but when it comes to right now, I feel like they're very just focused on other things that maybe does not contain their heart, or like their heart doesn't have to be in it, right? I mean, to a certain extent. And I feel like the way they show up in person A's life, it could be, I don't think they show up at all. Like it's I don't know, it seems like the frog person could be very much like not as focused on person A as much as person A is focused on person B. I feel like the beaver's a little bit more focused on the frog, and the frog is very like, I'm doing my own thing. I don't want, like, you see how they're in this little yellow box? So I feel like to a certain extent, like, that's how they are. Like, they're in a box right now, but not because they feel stuck or anything. No, it's just because I think they just kind of have to be in that box right now. They have to focus on their own things and their own situations and their own life right now, that it's very hard for them to focus on other things, if that makes sense. Sorry. And with the rain here, I wouldn't be surprised if like they could be a little bit in their head sometimes, or like they could like be a little bit stressed out to a certain extent. It just seems like the frog, I don't think the frog is going through it, but it could be like that energy of like they just have a lot of things on their plate that they just can't focus on a person, or they just can't focus on connection right now, or focus on things that matter, of things of the heart. Like, what does that say? Matters of the heart, if that makes, does that make sense? Like, they're not focused on matters of the heart, they're focused on matters logically and what will bring success into their life, and sustainability and stability, like what is bringing stability into their life. And to a certain extent, it's not a connection with somebody right now. They're looking for stability within themselves. But yeah, I feel like the way they show up is like they don't show up at all. But the interesting thing, like these two people are so similar. It's just maybe just one person could be a little bit more focused on this than the other, but they're very similar when it comes to this. I think that's why this connection is very interesting, because I feel like you two will get along very easily and very well, because with the sacred space here, it seems like you both are focused on with yourselves, and you're both focused on bettering yourselves, you're both connected within yourself as well. Like, you're both very in tune with yourself, in yourselves, that I feel like this connection is actually very nice to see. I don't know if you two are talking right now, or I don't think there's hate or like beef here or bad blood here, but I wouldn't be surprised if you two aren't talking, because it seems like with the frog and the beaver here, it seems like you two are not, you could be in the same environment, because you both are represented by, is this Earth? Wait, let me just be, Oh no, it's water. You both are you both are you both are represented by water. So it seems like you two are just very just in that energy of like, you could both be very, like, you both are very similar. I think that's why this connection is so interesting, because you both are very similar, and I feel like you both are very compatible and could get along very nicely. It just seems like right now maybe you two aren't as communicative. Like, you could be in the same environment somehow though. With the sacred space here, I don't know, it just seems like you two are in, like, maybe not on the same path, but very similar paths, if that makes sense. You both are in very similar paths that I feel like if you two come together, I feel like it wouldn't be the end of the world. If anything, I feel like you could generally help each other in that way. Like, maybe you could understand each other, and that's what I think with the sacred space. I feel like you both kind of keep each other, I heard arm's length, but also I feel like you both kind of keep each other in mind when it comes to situations. I feel like you both are very, I wouldn't be surprised if you both are connected. Like, your minds are connected, your hearts are connected, like your bodies are connected. Like, there is a connection here that's very beautiful, but it seems like maybe you two don't acknowledge it as much because maybe you both are afraid of rejection, or you both are afraid of being wrong to a certain extent. But it seems like, I don't know, it just seems like you both are just, the morning could be significant. The morning could be, because it seems like that's like, it's just like coming up. But yeah, I don't know, it just seems like you both are in like very similar paths, and I think that's why you both are very compatible. But also it seems like the lack of action in this connection is just what's stopping this to kind of be as compatible as they can be, if that makes sense. I feel like I want to say something else with the sacred space, but it's not, nothing's coming up. But I feel like there's more here. I don't know, if something else comes up, I'll let you know. But for now, let's get into tarot, and let's get into what do they want to express to you. So what we're with, the tarot we're using is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. One of my favorite decks, by the way. I recommend it to anybody that is into tarot. I wouldn't recommend it if you're just a beginner in tarot, because, I mean, to be honest, get whatever you want. You know, I'm not the tarot police. But if you're trying to understand the cards, I wouldn't recommend this deck as much. But to be honest, maybe you can interpret this deck better. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not, I'll shut up now about the deck. But let's see, what do they want to express to you? What do they want to express to pile 1? And weirdly enough, I feel like your both of your independence is making this connection stronger to a certain extent. Or like you being very independent and this person being very independent, or like not being dependent on each other, is what's helping you to flourish in who you're supposed to be. And it could help this connection flourish as well, in my opinion. But, you know, anything can happen because we all have free will. So, and what I've learned about free will, oh my god, I'm just gonna be babbling, but what I've learned about free will is that we really can't control people's free will, and because we can't control it, we shouldn't get too upset about it. You know? I don't know. It's just, you can be as authentic as you can be, but at the end of the day, if you being authentic is regarding somebody else and whatever they choose to do, that's their free will and we can't control that. And once you tap into knowing that you just can't control people's free will, you will feel free, I promise. You will feel a type of freedom that, bro, I talk too much, I'm sorry. I hope that makes sense. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to make sense, but it made sense to me. Okay. Sorry. What does pile one's person, what do they want to express to you? Okay? What do they want to express to you? Oh, excuse me. What is this? The Six of Swords? Does that look good? Yeah. Eight of Coins. The Knight of Swords. A lot of green. Is this a lot of green? And black. A lot of green and black. What do they want to express to pile one? Page of Wands. Okay, I kind of want to get one more, and then we can tap into it. Can I get one more, please? Queen of Cups. And I kind of want to clarify the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. What is the Six of Swords about? The High Priestess. Okay. And with the Four of Cups at the bottom. I feel like this person, to a certain extent, is moving on from this connection. But it seems like this is like a very mutual moving on. But I feel, okay, this is the crazy part. What I feel about the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands, it's like, what I've heard is like, okay, I'm gonna try one more time. If this doesn't work out, I'm done, you know? Because it seems like this person is willing to move on. Like to a certain extent, I feel like they want to move on with the Eight of Coins here. And I feel like, I think you're represented by the Queen of Cups. And I feel like you want to move on as well. But it seems like you both are in this energy of like, let's try one more time. It seems like you both kind of have hope, or like you both are very like, let's try one more time. And then if that doesn't work out, let's just move forward from this. And it seems like it's just that energy. I feel like you both just want to try one more. It's so interesting. I don't know what it is. That's a piece of hair. But it's like so interesting because I feel like it's a very mutual connection. I feel like this person, like with the Knight of Swords, like I feel like, and the Page of Wands, it seems like they're very like, I feel like they still want a little bit more knowledge when it comes to this. I feel like what they want to express to you is that they want to communicate with you. I feel like they want to know more, either about you or about the situation or about this connection. I feel like they want to communicate with you when it comes to this connection. in like a very, with the Queen of Cups, with a very, in a very vulnerable way, like lay it all on the table. You know, I feel like this person is very in that energy of like, let's just lay it all on the table and let's see what happens. Because I think this person is willing to move on, and if anything, I feel like they want to move on, or like they want to move on from this, because there's no like connection cards, if that makes sense. Like there's no like the 2 cups, the lovers, the 3 of cups, like any there's no cards that is regarding 2 people, you know, except the 6 of swords. But even the 6 of swords is about moving on. But like all of these cards don't have more than one person. So I feel like this person is very much like in that energy of like, I want to try again, just to be sure that this is what it is, you know, like just to be sure that we should move on now, you know. Like I think there's just this like one more time, and then if that doesn't work out, let's just move on from it. Because I feel like this person wants to be vulnerable. They want to have this vulnerable space with you. And I think that's what they would express to you, like that they want to have these conversations with you. They want to go deep and vulnerable with you. And I wouldn't be surprised if they initiate that. Like I wouldn't be surprised out of nowhere. Like, and with the Page of Wands, it could be a very small initiative. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this person's like texts you like a hey, you know, like it could be like a very small energy, you know, but it could be very small, but it could be a very big impact, if that makes sense. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's this person doing it, because with the Queen of I was gonna say the Queen of Purses, but the Queen of Cups here, I wouldn't like, it seems like you're not in a state to do all that. Like you're like, I'm not gonna pursue this person, like I'm done, like I'm not gonna pursue this person. And it seems like this person is willing to pursue you, or this person is willing to make conversation, or willing to put themselves out there subtly, with the Page of Wands. But kind of I wouldn't be surprised if they're not afraid to make a little bit of effort, you know. With these black flowers, I don't know why, but that reminds me of like a funeral. So a funeral could be significant. But yeah, it seems like what they want to express is that they want to move on. I think they do want to move on, but there is this energy between you two that is so like, how do I explain? Like it's there, like the energy is there, and it's so hard to not acknowledge it, you know. It's hard not to acknowledge it, like, so you have to. And I feel like if they do make a move towards you, it's gonna be very subtle, and it's gonna be very like, but I wouldn't be surprised if it makes an impact. Like this person could like say hi to you, and after that you become closer and closer and closer, you know. It could just be like a small, like, it seems like this person is very much like, okay, I'm gonna say hi to this person, and whatever happens next is gonna be my answer, you know, if that makes sense. Like let's say like you both see each other at the store, or you both see each other at work or at the gym or something, and this person says hi to you, but let's say you ignore them. Okay, that's their answer, they're gonna move on, you know. But let's say they say hi to you and you say hi back, and you maybe even make conversation with them. Okay, that the answer is, okay, I'll keep doing this, you know. It's like, I feel like to a certain extent they need, maybe that's why there's a lot of green, they need that green light, if that makes sense. Like they need that green light to be like, okay, I can ask them to hang out, or like I can do this, you know. It seems like this person is very subtle when it comes to their movements, but it can make a very huge impact if you let it. That's the thing. And I'm not telling you, like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. If you want to ignore this person, if you want to reject this person, you can. Especially if you feel like you and this person are not compatible anymore, or if you feel like this person is not for you anymore, like you don't want to even pursue a friendship with this person, that's okay too. And I feel like I just need to remind you that, like, don't feel bad because you feel like you're not, just because you're not in a place to do so, or you just don't want to do it with this person, and that's okay. You know, like, maybe you're just not in a place to do it with this person again, and that's okay. Remind yourself of that. And I feel like but yeah, I feel like this person just needs one more sign to move on, if that makes sense. Yeah, with the High Priestess, it's like maybe they just need one more sign to move on, because they're almost there. Like, they're literally like, I just need one more sign to move on and I'll move on. Like, this person is very like logical, if that makes sense. They're very like cutthroat when it comes to it. Like, if this person says hi to you and you ignore them, that's their sign to like move on. But if, let's say, you say hi to this person, they're gonna be like, okay, green light. That's positive, you know? Because I think to a certain extent, this person still has hope, because if they were the beaver person, I wouldn't be surprised if this person is the beaver. They could be the frog, right? They can be person B. But if they're person A, like, they're the type of the type of people that have a lot of hope when it comes to this. Naturally, they have a lot of hope. And I feel like this person has a lot of hope, regardless of who they were, person A or person B. But it seems like this person has a lot of hope. It just seems like they need that green light. But also, they're ready to move on if that's what it is, because it seems like you two are still in each other's energy, and you can't help it. Because with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands, I wouldn't be surprised if you two are still in each other's energy. And yeah, because I feel like this person wants to move on. It's just maybe there's still some hope there that it needs either to be crushed and just be like, oh, this person does not want me anymore, bye, you know, like, let's move on. Or it has to be lifted, either crushed or lifted. And I think they need that exact answer for them to move on, or to stay and be hopeful and be like, okay, I can wait it out, or like, I can be patient when it comes to this connection, you know? So let's get into channel messages. So the first channel message you got was, it's time for me to heal now. But let's get more. Let's get more channel messages of this person and what they would say to you. More channel messages from this person. What they would say to you. Oh, excuse me. I replay our conversations over and over. Can I get another one, please? Oh, I love you. Wow. That's a loaded sentence for somebody that doesn't talk to you. I mean, yeah. Y'all could be talking, like, y'all could be in conversation somewhat, but that's a big statement, you know? If you don't show me, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Yeah, like, I was just babbling in this pile. I'm so sorry if that was annoying, but I low-key love being annoying. So can I get another one, please? I know I messed up everything. Yeah, okay. And I lost myself for a little while. And at the bottom, I can't stop thinking about you. Damn. I feel like this person, okay, it's time for me to heal now. It's that energy of like, give me that sign that I can just move on from this. Because I feel like there's still some hope here. And that's what's confusing them. And I feel like this person is very like, it's time for me to heal now. Like, it's time for me to heal. So give me space to heal. by telling me no, or like giving me a straight up answer that you do not want to be in my life, or we shouldn't be in each other's life. I don't know. It seems like they just need that sign from you that is like, I don't want to be with you anymore, or I don't want to be in each other's lives anymore, or they need that sign of they can be hopeful and they can stay hopeful, if that makes sense. And I replay our conversations over and over. I think that's self-explanatory. I don't have to explain that one. And then I love you. That's very self-explanatory as well. And I feel like if this was a connection that was very long, like it was just a very long connection of just like ups and downs, off and on, I wouldn't be surprised if this person does love you. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has a lot of love for you. I don't know if they ever expressed that they loved you, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. It seems like I feel like they at least deeply care about you, and they deeply feel that love for you. And then I know I messed up everything, so maybe that's why they feel like they have to show up, or like they have to kind of either suppress, but no, they kind of have to express to you, or they won't have to pursue you, because I think they know that you're not up for it. Like, you're not up for pursuing them anymore. Maybe it could be that type of energy, like maybe you were the one that got away. It doesn't have to be, but it seems like maybe this person is just like didn't know what they had until it was gone type of energy. So now they're figuring out, like, damn, like I messed up everything. And I think they know that, because I know I messed up everything. So I think they're acknowledging things, and they're coming to realizations when it comes to this connection. And it seems like maybe this person is just very intertwined when it comes to this connection, and when it comes to you, maybe they feel very like intact with you. But yeah, let's get some advice before the end of this reading. But yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, you have free will, and you can do whatever the frick you want. And I think I just need to remind you of that. If you want to pursue this, pursue it. If you don't. I don't think you're not obligated to do anything. Okay, can I get some advice for pile 1, please? Can I get advice for pile 1? For pile 1, can I get an advice card for pile 1? Okay. Authenticity at the bottom. Friendliness. That's cute. It says, whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. No, in a pinch, money will also work. So I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, it's night. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like the advice that I feel like you should hear right now is that at the end of the day, just be kind. Just be kind and nice to people, especially this person. If this person's trying to, because it seems like you are, with the Queen of Cups here, it seems like you are a very sweet person. And if this person, like, if they go straight up and ask you, like, hey, can we talk, and like, can we meet up and talk, it seems like you might even be open to it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be kind and nice about it, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna stand on business. You're not gonna stand grounded. If you don't want this, you're gonna say that. But if you do, you're gonna say that. It seems like you're gonna be kind but honest, and it seems like that's the energy that you should be in. Just be kind and honest, especially when it comes to this person, but just in general. And again, like, whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. So maybe like smiling at this person could make I don't know, it's just like, if you are hoping for this to work out, maybe smiling at this person when you see them, or I don't know, just acknowledging them with a smile could be could go a long way with not just this person, just in general, because maybe you have a nice smile, you know, maybe you got complimented by your smile before. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were like, you're smiling at everyone, and that a smile could just go a long way as well. Like, yeah, keep your cool, but also like it's okay to be kind, and it's okay to show people that you acknowledge them, you know. So yeah, that's the end of your reading. Thank you for watching. I hope that resonated. I hope it wasn't all over the place, because sometimes I swear I just be babbling like right now. But thank you for watching, and I hope it resonated, and I'll see you in my next. Bye. Hi Pile 2, if you chose the 10 pesos, this reading is for you. Now, before we get into channel messages, we have to figure out who this person is. So the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna have a person A and person B format. So let me explain. So this card is gonna represent who person A is, and this card is gonna represent how do they show up in person B's life. And then this is the energy between the connection, and then the exact same thing. So in person, this is who person B is, and this is how they show up in person A's life. I hope that makes sense. So let's flip the cards. So we have the mask and the swan for person A. And then for person B, we have the nectar, and we have scorpion and dragonfly. Okay. And then the connection or the energy between you two is gratitude. Okay. Okay, is everything in frame? Yes. Okay. Okay, well, let's start with person A because I'm very intrigued. Automatically, this person does not show you who they are 100%. With the mask and the swan, I feel like this person could be a Gemini. It's giving very mutable energy, so Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or Virgo. Heavy on Pisces, in my opinion, because Pisces are very, very mutable. So is Gemini, but so is Sagittarius and Virgo, right? So they can have mutable placements. But like they're giving, like, this person is very, like, they could change their mind a lot, or I don't know, they just don't show you 100% who they are, if that makes sense. Like, they have a persona for almost every instance that they are in, if that makes sense. And with the mask, I feel like who they are as a person is very like they hide behind a mask, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like they're very hidden, and they don't like expressing themselves. But with this, like, the way they show up in your life, or like in person B's, like, this doesn't have to be, this could be you, but the way they show up in person B's life is very like they show up very calculated. Like, they're like, I'm gonna show up this way because of this. Like they know how to show up in people's lives, if that makes sense. They're very, very, I guess fake could be the word, but I don't think they're fake. It's just like they're just very, very skeptical to show who they actually are to a lot of people. And I feel like the way they are with person B, is very like, okay, I'm gonna show up this way, or I'm gonna show up this way, you know, because I don't know, they're very calculated when it comes to that. I feel like the way this person could be described by others, especially by person B or by the scorpion dragonfly person, it would be like, you really don't know what you're gonna get with this person. Like, they could be closed off, but also they just show up so differently every time you see this person or this person shows up so differently every time that it's just, you really don't know what you're gonna get with this person. Yeah, I feel like they're just very, they could mirror person B a lot. Yeah, okay, let's get into person B. Like, I like how similar these cards are, like the same colors, which I think is very interesting. But with the nectar here, I feel like person B is very nurturing, and just very, just person, I don't know, this is just, it could relate to some people, but I feel like person B could be a parent, specifically a mom. They don't have to be, but they could be a parent. So they naturally have this motherly instinct in their life because they could be a parent. But if they're not a parent, they don't have to be. But it seems like this person is very motherly and very like involved in relationships and connections. Like they genuinely value connection with other people. And I feel like this person, like person B, is very like, I feel like person B has a lot of hope, and they have a lot of just hope that their person is out there when it comes to love and when it comes to like the one, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if person B is very like hopeful for their happily ever after, if that makes sense. They're giving very like princess vibes, but the way they show up in person A's, or the swan person, the way they show up is very like, they could feel like they're walking on eggshells with person A, and they could feel like person A is trying to hurt them, or person A is trying to be like, person B could describe person A as like I feel like person B is very confused with person A. That's why they're very skeptical when it comes to it. And I feel like that's why they're being described as the Scorpion right now, because they're just ready to, like, I feel like person B is just very confused, and they're just ready to not attack, but ready to like, just spit out the truth, like they're just ready. And it seems like person B is just very like, of course, like I feel like with Dragonfly, they show up like the Dragonfly, very chill and very like nonchalant type of energy, but I feel like in the inside they're very Scorpion energy, like they're ready to attack, or they're ready to like just be as honest as they can be. If something bothers them, they want to express it. Like if something makes them happy, they want to express it. Like they want to be so expressive. But with the Dragonfly, I feel like they show up very nonchalant or cohesive, if that makes sense. Like very like very Libra energy. Like I heard Libra, so it's giving very like, you don't want to, what's that saying, you don't want to something about a boat, like not row the boat, you're not trying to I don't know, I feel like person B is not trying to make things difficult, so they're trying to be nonchalant, trying to be chill and cool when it comes to this situation. This could have been, okay, sorry, there was a cutout there, but what I was saying, I feel like this could have been like a fling in some way, like a summer fling, or like a very short-lived connection, because it seems like person B is very like, they want commitment, like naturally I think they're a very committed person, but person A is not ready to show up like that. So, but with the energy between you two, with gratitude, it seems like you both have a lot of fun with each other, and you both are just very thankful that you met each other in the time that you met, if that makes sense. It seems like you both are very grateful and have a lot of gratitude the way you met and the way you two expressed each other to each other, if that makes sense. Like, you both are very thankful when it comes to this connection and when it comes to meeting each other. I feel like meeting each other could be very significant. And it seems like you both are very just happy and thankful that you met. You know, even if it was like a short fling, or even if it's not going the way you hope that it's going, or you both hope that it's going, but it seems like there's a lot of gratitude and a lot of like, I'm so thankful we met, you know. Yeah, it just seems like maybe you two met when you both were like heavily, like very like, it could be like you both were like sort of depressed, or you both were just like very confused where you were in life, and then somehow you met each other and there was like this light within each other because you met each other, if that makes sense. I feel like there is this like, you both are very thankful for meeting each other at the time that you met, because maybe at the time that you met you both were just very in your heads and in your mind, and maybe you both didn't know where you were going, like what was in the future for you or for this person. And when you two met, it was kind of like a relief, and it kind of like, oh, this is good, you know, this is a good feeling. So yeah, so let's get into tarot about what does this person want to express to you. Now, the deck that we're using is the Antique Anatomy Tarot, and we're gonna tap into what do they want to express to you. Regardless if they're person A or person B, it really doesn't matter. This is just what do they want to express to you. Sorry, excuse me. Damn, I'll be burping. I'm not even... Sorry. Okay. What do they want to express to you? Okay. What do they want to express to you? What do they want to express to you? We have the Four of Pentacles. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Is it on screen? Yes. Okay. The Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, there is this energy that you two are still talking. Like, it seems like I wouldn't be surprised if you two are still like have conversations here and there, like hang out, but not like constantly. I wouldn't be surprised if like this could be a friendship in some way. Yeah, this could be a very platonic relationship. But I do want to say, like, if this is an abusive relationship, please try your best not to be in that situation. You don't deserve that. Because I do hear the word toxic. A relationship should not be toxic, and I think you know this. But that's just for a few people, not for everyone watching. But if you are in an abusive relationship, please seek help. There should be resources, and I'll try to find resources down, and I'll try to link them down below if you do relate to that. You deserve to be in a connection, or you deserve to be okay. You deserve to not be afraid of your partner, or to feel like this is normal to be in an abusive relationship, verbally, physically, emotionally. You don't deserve to be in that. And please find resources. I'll try to have them down below. I'll try to find resources before. Let me write it down. For the people that could relate to that. But yeah. So yeah. Just so you know, I'm not channeling that person. I'm not condoning that, and I'm not channeling that person. So if you are looking for somebody that's been abusive to you, please stop watching this video now. So this doesn't feed into your delusion that this person's gonna get better. So please stop watching now if you are thinking of an abusive person. Okay. Sorry for that disclaimer, but it's true. We got the Four of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get one more. One more. Okay, the Eight of Wands. Okay, can you see all that? Wait, I'll see in a minute. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you can see that. Let's move that a little bit. Yeah. So, okay, I feel like somehow this person is meant to be in your life. I don't know, there is this energy that maybe you both feel like you both have to be in each other's life. I don't know if that's literally or spiritually. It could be both. Like maybe you have a kid with this person, or you have like a pet with this person. I don't know, there's something here that it seems like you two will stay connected for a while. Even if you don't want to, it seems like you could be connected for a while, and in that way it could be like legal status, like maybe you're getting divorced by this person, or you have a kid with this person. So it's like, it seems like there's going to be longevity here because of like legal factors, or by literal factors more than anything else, because with the Four of Pentacles, that's what's it's giving me. But I feel like what they want to express to you is that, like, I don't know, it seems like this person is very like, I feel like they could be very stressed when it comes to this connection. Maybe they don't understand it, or they feel like it's just too much going on in this connection, that it's just, they just want to rest. They don't want to think about this connection. They don't want this connection to be overbearing in their life right now. Because I feel like that's right now. It seems like right now they're very just stressed about it. I do feel like, but I feel like with the gratitude, right? Because I kind of want to go back to the gratitude. I feel like this person is very grateful for you, and they're very happy that they met you and that they created this life with you. And I feel like they would literally, what they would say to you, what I feel like they would say to you, if they haven't already, is that they're happy. Like, even if this isn't going like the way you two are planning on going, like for example, let's say you're getting a divorce, right? Or like, so you're breaking up, right, or something, right? You both made the decision that you two just aren't compatible anymore. It seems like this person will love to express to you, or like would express to you, if they haven't already, is that they wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. Even though it's hard and even though it's a lot to do, they wouldn't want to do it with anybody else except you. I think there's a lot of understanding here, and I feel like they feel very understood by you, and I think that's what they would express to you. Like, they're just very grateful, and they're so happy they met someone that could understand them in that way. And I feel like they hope that they did that to you too, like they gave you that space to feel understood. With the Wheel of Fortune here and the Eight of Wands, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just temporary, and then later this could flourish into something more, or flourish into like a beautiful friendship, or flourish into just a nice foundation, because we did see the Six of Pentacles, right? Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, it seems like I wouldn't be surprised if this person, or like this connection in general, becomes a little bit just better throughout time. Like right now it just seems like it's very stressful, and especially for this person, it seems like it's very stressful, and they just don't know what to do, or like they don't know how to be in this position, because maybe they have never been in this position before. But it seems like with time, with time, and it could be fast with the Eight of Wands, like with time it seems like they're going to be okay with it, and I think they're gonna learn how to be grateful for this, and to learn how to be more expressive, and tell you that I feel like this person loves you. You know, like I know that could be like a big statement, but that I feel like it's true. I feel like this person is very like, they're just happy that if whatever's happening between you two, they're happy that it's happening with you, and nobody else, because there's this understanding, like this foundation of understanding each other, and just being very helpful, and just being very open hearted with each other, and just being kind with each other. You both aren't mean to each other, you both aren't cruel to each other, and I think that's what the beautiful part of this is. So even though they might be stressed right now, it seems like with time they might feel a little bit better, or they might learn how to live with that stress, or they might learn to work with that stress that they have. But yeah, I feel like this person is still like, long story short, I feel like they're still very stuck on you, but they're also understanding the fact that maybe if you two aren't talking anymore, like it's okay. You know, they're learning to accept that, and of course it might take time, but they're learning that that's okay, you know. Yeah, I feel like this person just wants to rest right now. But I think overall, I think they would just express to you how grateful they are that they met you, and that they just, I don't know, like they just wouldn't want to do this with anybody else, you know. And that's just, I don't know, it's just very nice to see, and yeah. And it might take them a while to kind of move on from you, or move on from this, but I think you want them to move on from this too. Like, you want them to be okay, because I think you both care for each other. This person cares for you a lot, and I feel like you care about this person too. Like, you both are very protective with each other, with the Four of Pentacles, especially this person towards you. I feel like they're very protective, and just very like, yeah, like, I hope this person's okay, I hope this person finds what they're looking for. Like, I feel like this person is just very protective when it comes to you, and when it comes to your feelings and everything. Like, I feel like there's just this energy of a lot of protectiveness. Yeah. Okay, let's get into channel messages. So the first channel message you got was, just being near you is intoxicating. Ooh. Let's shuffle before we get more channel messages. I'm starting to understand our connection. We can get them. I feel like we should. So many things remind me of you, and I know that I crossed the line with you. I kind of want to get one more. Let's get one more. Oh, I look for you everywhere, and I want to tell you how I feel. And at the bottom, I feel you even though we are apart. I feel, okay, this is what I feel. Let me be honest. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I feel like, I don't know, this is very self-explanatory, right? I feel like, it's just, I feel like there's just, I think that's why I got so many cards for this pile, for the channel messages, because I feel like this person could be all over the place. Like, they just don't know where their feelings or emotions start or end, you know, like they don't know where it begins or where it ends. And I feel like they could just be all over the place. That's why I do feel like just being near you is a toxic. I do feel like you could be communicating with this person, but not like how it used to be. You know, because maybe they did something, or they said something, they did something that it was just not good enough for you, or like it was like they just did too much, or they did something that was just not in your like within your values or something, you know, like they did or said something that it was just not for you anymore, so you're like, bye, you know, and that's okay. And I feel like there's some regret here that they're like, oh, like they're understanding it now, you know, like I feel like there's some regret of them not being as present or as they could have been in the connection with you. Because I feel like even if you two are communicating still, it seems like they're still looking for you, if that makes sense. Look, I look for you everywhere, so it seems like they're still hoping for this, but it seems like you could have made up your mind already when it comes to this, because it's like maybe it was not non-negotiable what they did, which is completely okay. Like, don't feel bad for that. Have standards. It's okay to have standards, and it's okay to stand on business, you know, like it's okay to be like, no, you crossed the line, or you did this, that's not okay, bye, you know, like. And it seems like if you two are still talking, it seems like it's just like friendship, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get some advice for you. Oh, at the bottom we have love. That's so cute. Okay. We got ideal partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. And I feel like that's just, I don't know, that's very self-explanatory as well. It seems like you know what your ideal partnership is, your ideal connection, your ideal relationship. And if it's not this person, that's completely okay. So keep having standards. Keep doing what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to partnerships. You deserve to have standards. You know, you deserve to be with someone that can uphold those standards. You know, you deserve to be in that. You deserve to have that, you know. And I think keeping just because you have a connection with somebody, it doesn't mean you have to stay. Just because you have a connection with somebody, you don't have to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know. And of course, I'm not saying be nasty or be toxic or to be mean. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's okay to have standards, and sometimes having standards could come off as mean, but not really. Like, you're just being you, and that's okay. So I feel like you just keep reminding yourself that you're not a bad person for having standards and for having ideals, or like having a mindset. Like, you're not a bad person for that, and just keep remind yourself of that. So yeah, I hope that resonated. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next. Bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to your pile. If you chose this peso, un peso, 1 peso, this reading, you see it, this reading is for you. Now, before we get into channel messages, we should get into who this person is. Now, the way we're going to do it is this card is going to represent who person, it's going to be A versus B format. Okay, so A, B format. So person A's, okay, wait, let me explain. Let me try to find the words. So this card represents person A. This card represents how they show up in this connection, or how they show up in person B's life. This card represents the energy between person A and person B. This card represents person B, and this card represents person B's energy in this connection / in person A's life. Okay, so we got, for person A, we got the vision, the B. Okay, for person B, we have the orphan and the eagle. Oh, okay, let's move that a little bit. Can you see that? Right? Yeah. And then for the energy connection, we got persona. Okay. Is it all in front? Yes. Okay. Let's start with person A. This is person A, this is person B. So the B is person A and the eagle is person B. So with the B person, I don't want to get confused. So the vision person. Okay, I do feel like with the vision, person A could be very, very psychic or very just intuitive. I feel like they see visions. They, like, that's a raven is coming up. So it's like maybe they see the future to a certain extent, or they feel the future. It could be like they just know what's going on. Like, they're very like psychic, and they're very in tune with their psychic abilities. I feel like their third eye is very much open. I just heard, I don't look with my, like, I don't see with my eyes, I see with my heart. And I think this is person A. Like, I think person A is very like, if my heart feels good, if my soul feels good, if I feel like this is going on, or I feel like this is what's going on, or this is how it's going to go, they trust themselves. I feel like person A trusts themselves a lot when it comes to their psychic abilities. And with the B here, I feel like the way they show up in this connection is very like, I feel like they want to do right. I feel like they don't want to mess it up. They don't want to do something wrong. I feel like they want to make this connection right, and they want to make this connection mean something. You know, like, they're not afraid to put in work with the B here. Of course, I don't think they're going to like bend over backwards for this to work, but I do feel like they're not afraid to put work into it, like put in work. You ain't gotta go to work. That song Work From Home by Fifth Harmony, that song's coming up. But I'll try to link it down below, because that's low-key a very good song. But Yeah, but I feel like this person or person, sorry, I'm writing it down so I can put it in the description. But I feel like person A is not afraid to put in work when it comes to this. And I feel like it's because I feel like this connection makes them feel good, if that makes sense. And sorry if it sounds like I'm being if it sounds like I was being distracting, or like I was distracted. I was just writing down the song so I don't forget. But yeah, I feel like person A, it's just like this connection makes them feel good, so they're not afraid to put in work. And I feel like maybe person A also feels like this is a very just genuine connection. Like I feel like they feel like it's okay to express themselves. Like they feel to a certain extent safe to put in work in this connection. Of course, I want to repeat that I don't think person A is going to bend over backwards for this connection to work, or for person B, but I do feel like they're not afraid to be vulnerable, and they're not afraid to just being patient in this connection. I feel like because maybe they have other things they have to worry about, and they have other things, like they have other priorities as well, but I think they're in a place that they can make space for vulnerability and for connection and for partnership. So I think that's why they're not afraid to do so. But for person B, let's get into person B. So the person B is represented by the orphan. Now I do feel like person B could have abandonment issues. I mean, they could generally just be an orphan. That could be literal. Maybe they grew up in the adoption, what's that word? I can't figure out the word. The system, the foster system. That's what I meant. So maybe they know that they know that experience, but they don't have to be. I feel like this person B is just very much like they could just have abandonment issues to a certain extent, or they're just, I feel like they still have a lot of healing to do. So because you see how the hand is like reaching out, it's a kid's hand too, so maybe they need a lot of inner child healing, especially right now. I feel like they need a lot of inner child healing. But you see how it's all black and white and gray, but then the flower is pink, and then over here it's like all colorful, but then outside it's like there's two owls and there's black, gray, and white. So I feel like it's not a competition, right? It's not a competition, but I do feel like person B needs they need more time to heal their wounds. And one of the wounds could be abandonment issues. It could be afraid to be vulnerable. And because of the abandonment issues that they might have, it takes a while for them to be vulnerable. But it seems like person A is very open to that and open to just take their time with this connection. Person B just seems like they want to heal, and I feel like they're in a state that they want to heal. Maybe after meeting person A, they're like, damn, I need a lot of healing. Like, I need to do a lot of healing, because maybe they see you as like somebody very spiritual and very like, not that they put you on a pedestal, but I wouldn't be surprised if they see you as like I heard an angel, or like as a higher being, because you're just so connected with the world and the universe. It seems like you could be very connected within your spirituality and higher beings. Like, it just seems like you're very connected, and it seems like the person B notices that, and they see how you're healing, and like how you're healed with a lot of things. And I feel like you inspire this person to heal as well. But the way they show up in this connection, or they show up in your life, or in person A's life, the way they show up is automatically when I saw the eagle, I heard know-it-all. So maybe person B acts like a know-it-all. Like they act like they know everything. They act like they're right. Could be Sagittarius energy. You're both represented by air, by the way. So air is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But of course you don't have to be. You could be the same element. So like earth, you can both be earth signs or water signs or fire signs. But you don't have to be. It's just for more confirmation for those people that want to know. But I do feel that person B could come off as very know-it-all, you know, and very much like, especially when it comes to this connection. I wouldn't be surprised if person B is kind of flirty when it comes to, like, maybe or when it comes to person A. Like, person B could be pretty flirty with person A, and person A just receives it. They might not even flirt back. They're just like, you know, they just smile and just, you know. But it seems like person B seems like a very know-it-all and very like, I know this, I know that, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if person B is very intelligent. They do seem like they've experienced different situations in their life that made them wise as a person. So I wouldn't be surprised, maybe that's why person A is very intrigued by person B, because they have a story to tell. And I feel like the only way to stimulate person A's mind or stimulate person A's heart is to be interesting, and maybe person B kind of fits that. I wouldn't be surprised if person A views person B as very interesting and very like intriguing. So I feel like person B, the way they show up is very like just know-it-all, and they just feel like they know everything about this connection, or they feel like they know everything about everything. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They just come off very know-it-alls. So yeah. And with the connecting energy with persona here, I feel like the reason why I think it's facing this way towards the ego person or person B is because I feel like person B needs more healing to do. Because I feel like person A is very, very content with where they are right now. You know, I feel like they're always healing. They're always doing something within themselves, and they're always trying to grow as a person. But it seems like person B needs that inspiration to grow as a person as well. It seems like they could be, I wouldn't be surprised if person B is kind of childish, or kind of like still not there, you know, but they could be just very interesting, you know. And I feel like that's why person A is very into them, or like very intrigued by them, because they're just interesting. Like, they have an interesting story, if that makes sense. And with the persona here, I feel like you both know that this connection makes you a better person. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it seems like this connection is helping both of you connect with them yourselves more. Like with person A, I feel like this is helping you connect with other beings and other people. You know, like, I feel like this connection is helping you to connect with other people, because maybe you've been alone for a while. You know, you're not out here looking for connection, but somehow this happened, you know. And I feel like this is helping you become a better person by connecting with others and learning how to connect with others. And with person B, I feel like this connection is helping them to heal and to understand themselves, and to not be afraid to heal and go into the dark side, I heard, or like understanding their shadow side, you know, understanding that their wounds and trying to heal their wounds. So I think this connection is just making each other a better person in general, but by different ways, which is very, very nice and beautiful to see. So yeah, let's get into tarot about what does this person want to express to me. So, for the people that want to know, I'm using the antique anatomy tarot. Sorry. So yeah. What do they want to express to you? One more shuffle and then we can get into it. Oh, excuse me. Okay. What do they want to express to you? So we got the 8 of Swords. I usually don't take 2 cards at once. I don't feel like taking those, so let's get more cards. Wheel of Fortune. What do they want to express to pile 3? We got the King of Pentacles. What do they want to express to pile 3? Let's get one more. The 10 of Wands. Let's get one more. What do they want to express to pile 3? We got the 8 of Coins. Okay. At the bottom we have the Knight of Swords. Is everything in the frame? Yes. Okay. I feel like this is very new to this person. This connection is very new, and I feel like you're a very new person in their life. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't met somebody like you before. It seems like you're very just new to them, and to a certain extent I wouldn't be surprised if they don't understand you fully, but they're very, I feel like they're very interesting. Like they're very interested in you. Because it seems like you're cool. You know, like this person thinks you're cool. And I feel like what they would express to you is that they really do want to take this slow with you. Like they don't want to rush it. I feel like because if you two rush it, or like they feel like if you rushed it, or like this becomes too rushed, it can become very heavy in each other's lives. So it seems like they don't want to rush it. And I don't know if you are doing things that might feel like you're rushing it, or you might be saying things to them, or you might do things that just feel like you're rushing. But I feel like they want to take things slow with you. With the King of Pentacles here, I feel like they just like taking things slow, especially when it comes to connection. I feel like they're not afraid to put themselves out there, and they're not afraid to show up for you. I feel like if anything, they want to be reliable towards you. If they haven't showed that they're reliable, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if they come up very reliable soon. It just seems like they want to show up for you, and it seems like I don't know, it seems like there is this energy that maybe you are rushing it, and they're just not ready for that. So if you're looking for a relationship, or you're looking for commitment, or you're looking for something that could indicate that you're rushing for this to work out, or you're rushing for this to become way more committed or something like that, it could stress out this person, just so you know. Of course, unless that's what you want, if you want to have commitment and you want that, like that is one of your standards, go for it. It might just not be with this person. But it seems like this person wants to be patient with you and wants to take their time with this. They want to get to know you. They want to just not rush it, and to like take time getting to know each other, to be sure that there's enough compatibility for you to be companions, or to be in a partnership, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if you are rushing it, it's kind of a little bit with the 8 of Swords here and the 10 of Wands, it seems like they could be kind of stressed when you rush it, or when you expect something from them. I don't think they want you to have expectations on them. Now, you can have standards, but I think as humans, we shouldn't have expectations on people, because at the end of the day, if they don't live up on those expectations, we get sad, we feel bad, we're the ones that get hurt, you know. So at the end of the day, we shouldn't have expectations on people. We just have to let people be who they are and show us who they are. And if they show you who they are and you don't like it, or if you think you're not compatible, that's okay. You can move on from it. You can move away from this person. You can move on from this person. That's okay. But what I think this person wants to be patient with you, and wants to take things slow with you, and wants this to work out, you know. If you two are in like, if there's moments that you two don't communicate, because of this person, I don't think you should take that personally. I feel like this person just takes time for them to regulate their emotions and feelings and the way they feel. Like, let's say you bring up a tough conversation when it comes to commitment, right? And they're like, they have that conversation with you, but then let's say they don't text you or talk to you for like 3 days after. And I think it's because they're trying to regulate the conversation. They're trying to understand the conversation, and it takes time. Like, it takes time for them to kind of regulate and feel normal again, if that makes sense. I don't think this person's a bad person. I just think they're just, to a certain extent, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just not ready to be a partner right now. And if that's what you want, it's okay to not waste your time on this person. You know, unless you want to be patient as well with this person the way they want to be patient with you, then match made in heaven. But if you are in a situation that's like, I just don't want to wait for this person anymore, like, I'm done, that's okay. You can move on from it. You can cut ties. But what I'm seeing as well is that this person wants this to work out, but also they just want you to be patient with them as well. Like, there's a lot of patience needed in this connection to work out. But if you lost your patience within this time of being with this person, you're not getting any, and you feel like you're not getting anything in return, like specifically like commitment or in a relationship with this person, and that's what you want, it's okay to move on from it, you know. So yeah, I think this person doesn't want to rush it. But then again, if I say that and you're like, rush it, we've been talking for like 6 months. So it's like, it just depends on the person, I guess. I feel like 6 months could be like a little bit, it could be short for them, but it could be long for you, you know. So, you know, I guess the only advice that I would give you right now is don't try to be in that 1 year, 2 year situationship. Like, you don't deserve that. Especially, I'm only saying that only if your goal is to be in a relationship with somebody, or if you want to be in a relationship with somebody. If you want to be in a committed relationship with somebody and you're in a situationship for like 2 years, babe, but unless you're okay with that situationship, that's okay. I'm not here to judge you. Do what you gotta do, you know. Do what makes you comfortable. But at the end of the day, if you want a relationship, if you want commitment, that's okay, and you shouldn't be in situationships to get that, or in connections that aren't reasonable, or connections that you don't know what's going on. You shouldn't be confused. So yeah, but I think what they want to express to you is just that they want to, I don't know, just still be patient. Like, they just want you to be patient, and they want to be patient with you. And maybe there's just a conversation to be had here about this connection, about what could go on and what's next for this connection. And that's okay. Like, it's okay to bring up the conversation as well. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to happen. Okay. Let's get into channel messages. What would they say to you? So the first channel message you got is, I hid who I really am from you. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this person doesn't show up the way you want them to show up, or they don't express themselves as the way you want them to express themselves. Like, they're not as vulnerable as they can be, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like, they don't, I feel like they have a hard time being vulnerable with people, and I feel like that's a huge thing for this person. Some channel messages for Pile 3. What would they say to Pile 3? I'm afraid to contact you. Well, for some of you, maybe this is a no communication, no contact situation. But I don't know, for a lot of you, I feel like you two are in a situation that you two are talking, but maybe there's moments that you don't talk at all. It's so like up in the air. I'm starting to understand our connection. And because of that, I feel like because you're understanding that you want commitment, or you want something more here, it could be that they're just realizing that, like, they're realizing that you deserve that, you know? Yep. Another one. I wish I could take my words back. The way I see this one is like they wish they could say the words, like say some words that, I don't know, I feel like there is some wanting to express themselves, but it's just like they bite their tongue a lot of the times. I feel like they don't express themselves as much as they can. Let's get one more. One more piece. There you go. And I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. And at the bottom, I know I was a distraction from your pain. Whoa. I mean, I feel like this is very self-explanatory. But yeah, I feel like this person just takes time for them to express themselves and to be vulnerable, and that's why I think they want you to be patient with them. But then again, this is just a reading, you know, like if they don't express themselves to you in a way that's like, hey, I want this to work out, I just need you to be patient with me, or I just want you to be patient with me. Like, if they're not vulnerable even with that, I feel like it's okay to take a step back and reevaluate the connection and reevaluate the situation. And it's okay to be skeptical about it. Because they need to, like, if they don't even know how to communicate, girl, that's all I have to say. Okay, let's get some advice. Let's get some advice for you. One more shuffle. Okay. And at the bottom, we have no judgment. Ooh. Yeah, we can get both. Okay, so the first one is magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere confidence. I'll fill mine with holy crap, that's unbelievable. And then we have letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happen. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. So I feel like with both of these, it's just a reminder that you are magic, right? Like your optimism, the way you think is magical. And if you want to let go of this, that's okay too. Like if you are making a decision to let this go, that's okay. And that is magical. And reminding yourself that you have free will is magical. You have free will, and that's beautiful. Not a lot of people have that. And you should see that as a blessing. Not a lot of people can can have free will. You know, so I feel like it's a blessing to have free will. And acknowledging that and pursuing that free will, that's okay. And if that free will is letting go of situations or in connections or just in general, just letting go of things that no longer serve you or no longer make you feel happy or make you feel whole, they're not for you. And I think that's the magical thing about you. And I think that's why, like, you believe in fate, you believe in all these things, all these spiritual things, and that's okay. You know, like, it's okay to believe in all those, but then also believe in yourself. So don't get caught up in oh, there's such a spiritual connection, or I feel this person, like, we met in another life. Like, don't try to get caught up in that. Like, it's okay to have those connections with people. It happens. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying do not get caught up in that, because you can become very stuck. You know, you shouldn't stay stuck. It's okay to let go. You know? It doesn't matter if this person's a soulmate. It doesn't matter if this person or situations like may feel very spiritual, or you might meet people that could be your soulmate or could be your twin flame or anything like that, right? But that doesn't mean you have to stay. It doesn't have to. It could mean that you can let go as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that resonated, and hopefully I'll see you in my next. Bye.